All right, Veronica. Thank you for being here today. Um, I know you said your visit was because you were feeling a little bit depressed. Tell me more about that.
I've just been feeling sad
Been feeling sad? Okay. How long have you been feeling sad for?
a while now.
A while. Okay. And do you think that you have a reason to be sad, or has anything traumatic happened to you recently to where you feel like you are falling into a depression?
No, it's just sad.
Okay. Well, the good part is, Veronica, that it looks like you're very conscious of what's going on, with your depression. I know earlier you mentioned that, that you were coping a bit with alcohol. Is that so?
Yes,
Okay. Do you cope with any other um, substances, like maybe cigarettes or tobacco products?
no, I don't.
Okay. So then you really, you cope with your depression mostly sticking to alcohol.
Yes,
Okay. And when was the last time that you had four or more drinks in a day?
at a birthday party this past weekend.
This past weekend, whose birthday was it?
My friends.
Your friends? And have you told your friends how you're feeling lately, about that you're feeling a little depressed?
No,
Okay. So let me ask you, Veronica. Um, how many times in the past year have you used an illegal drug or prescription medication for non-medical reasons?
I don't use drugs.
You don't use drugs? Well, that's good. Um, so back to the drinking. How much do you typically drink?
Usually 2 to 3 glasses of wine.
Okay, and is that like throughout the day, scattered, or at night?
2 to 3 times per week.
Okay, 2 to 3 times per week. Okay, and is it right before bed? You,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So how does 2 or 3 glasses of wine a day make you feel?
It relaxes me.
Does it really?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you something, Veronica. After you drink your 2 to 3 glasses of wine, do you typically fall asleep?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you sleep through the whole night? Do you feel rested?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, that's typical with alcohol. Many people think that I'm gonna drink a beer or a glass of wine to have a good night's sleep, but the truth is that alcohol, basically, it doesn't let you rest. Many people do wake up throughout the night because they're not able to fully fall asleep. Um, so I know you mentioned that you attended a birthday party this past weekend. Um, do you typically attend events to where you have uh, more than your 3 to 4 alcoholic beverages?
I mean, I go to the birthday parties and all that, so it's about like 10 times a year that I go party, and I usually have 6 to 10 margaritas.
Margaritas, okay. Yeah, margaritas are heavy beverages. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask you a few questions here, Veronica, just to get a better understanding of your drinking. Okay, so how often do you drink? Uh, do you have a drink that contains alcohol?
About 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes more.
Okay, and how many standard drinks containing alcohol do you have in a typical day when drinking?
About three.
Okay, and is this the wine? You usually, your normal is just the 3 glasses of wine.
Yes,
Okay. And how often do you have more than 6 drinks in one occasion?
a couple times a year.
Okay. Would you say that's maybe like festive events, maybe New Year's or maybe even your birthday?
Yeah, like the parties and all that.
Okay. During the past year, how often have you found that you were not able to stop drinking once you started?
Never.
Never.
Not
So
really.
you're conscious of how much alcohol you consume whenever you are drinking.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. During the last year, how often have you failed to do what was normally expected of you because of drinking? Have you ever missed work because you were maybe hungover from drinking the night before, or have you ever maybe made plans and canceled the plans because you were drinking?
I mean, not a lot. Maybe like less than a month.
Okay. During the past year, how often had you needed a drink in the morning to get yourself up after heavy drinking the night before?
No, I've never had that.
Never had that. Okay. Well, some people say that, whenever you're feeling hungover, you start feeling better when you have another drink. So you would say that that's not the case for you?
No.
Okay, well, that's good, Veronica. During the past year, how often have you had the feeling of guilt or remorse after drinking?
Once in a while. I mean, it's rarely.
So then sometimes when you drink, you regret that you were drinking?
Not really. I mean, like I said, like maybe like once.
Once. And when was that you felt a little bit of guilt after you had a few drinks?
About less than a month ago. About a month ago.
Okay,
Less.
and how come you felt guilty?
I don't know. I just feel bad.
You just felt bad? Okay. During the last year, have you been unable to remember what happened the night before because you had been drinking?
No.
And have you ever been injured or injured somebody else as a result of drinking?
No.
Okay. Um, has a relative or friend, doctor, or other health worker been concerned about your drinking or suggested you cut down?
Yes, my husband tells me. But I mean, I don't listen to him.
Okay. Do you typically does your husband also drink?
Not like me.
Not like you. So you would say that you drink more than your husband.
Yes. But mine's fine, so I don't. Not like him.
Okay. Well, Veronica, thank you for your honesty. I do think that based on your answers that it seems to me that you're very conscious about your drinking, and it doesn't seem that your drinking, is a good way to cope with your depression. So I would really suggest that you seek some counseling to help you battle that problem that you have and teach you, better ways to cope, healthier ways to cope with your depression. Okay. So once again, thank you for stopping by.